Your country has been in the American media sporadically recently, and it's under attack for reasons I don't fully understand. One of the reasons I wanted to come here was to understand why people are mad at you. And I think you've got the biggest overseas U.S. air base right near here. So you're clearly a U.S. ally.
Yeah.
But I keep reading reference to Qatar as anti-American or pro-Islamist or a threat to the United States somehow. Where do those attacks come from, do you think?
Look, we, as a country, we always want to do the right things. And basically, the right things, not only for our people, but for our people, for our region, and for our friends. And when you are trying to do the right things, sometimes you change your mind, when you hear this kind of criticism. But it wasn't really in our culture, because we believe that it serves the real cause behind all these efforts is to bring peace. Peace for the people, peace for the region, and peace for our friends. And basically, the peace is the main foundation for us, for our people to prosper. And peace has a lot of enemies who wants to undermine it for political reason, who wants to undermine it for economical reason, who wants to demonize your effort in order to make sure that every step you will take will be suspicious in order to control also the parties that you are helping in that. And basically, they don't know by doing such a thing, they are not harming us, but they are harming the region, and they are harming our friends, including the United States. And having an ally and partner and friend like Qatar, with the airbase as one example, and working together very closely on a lot of issues, a lot of files, helping bringing Americans home from different countries, whether it was in the evacuation in Afghanistan, whether it's in American hostages all around the world, mediating in different conflicts. They basically, if they, keep criticizing Qatar and attacking Qatar, they think that this is just harming Qatar and Qatar reputation. It's not. It's actually because we always we go back to the results. We focus on the outcome, and we think about it that should be our objective, and we should focus there, and we shouldn't really disturb ourselves with any noise. But they don't know that this is harming the U.S. and the U.S. interest at the end of the day.
Lent is here, the period before Easter, the 40 days, and it's a unique chance to get closer to God. That's the point of it. Hallow, the world's #1 prayer app, can help you do that. Joining their Prayer 40 Challenge, it's a great way to connect with Christians all over the world and unite in preparation for Easter, which is the payoff of this season. It's called The Way. It helps participants focus on how Jesus is the way to heaven. If you join the challenge, you'll embark on a spiritual journey with some of America's most convicted Jesus followers. Powerful stories, prayer, you grow in your ability to sacrifice. That's what Lent is, it's a sacrifice. And taking thought-provoking sermons and true stories of faith in action, which are amazing. This year is going to be the best Lent ever. Thousands of people praying together all over the world, and you can be part of it through Hallow, which, by the way, is in use in my house and a nightly topic of conversation. So you can sign up at hallow.com/Tucker when you join. Check out thousands of guided prayers, meditations, music, and everything. There's a ton on Hallow, all designed to help you find peace and closeness to God. Download the Hallow app and jump onto the Lent Pray 40 Challenge right now.
Why would it be important for an NGO? I thought they were supposed to be feeding people, but instead they're yelling at you for not having enough transgender Qataris. What is the point of that? What do you think that actually is? What are they trying to do?
Well, I think it's mainly driven by an agenda that these are the things that we would like to see in countries that they are not accepting it, and societies that they are not accepting it. We need to make it normal for them. We need to normalize it. Second, a lot didn't accept the fact that Qatar is a small Arab country can host a world-class tournament. Basically, they were like, how a lot of attacks that why Qatar won the World Cup, like they don't have even the culture of the World Cup. I don't know what does it mean if I am a country like a marginal country, I don't have the right to host a world tournament. And this is more about, honestly, like I see it like more racism and superiority. And that's basically, I think, the main driver for this.
So an official here told me a funny story, and I want to check to see if it's true. This person told me that some bureau or commission in the United Nations was rating the human rights here in Qatar, and said in order to score higher, you have to build nursing homes for your old people to live. And this person tried to explain, we don't have nursing homes because parents live with their children. But you built them anyway in order to get a higher score on this, and they remained empty. Is that true?
Well, it is true, actually. They are like, sometimes when you have international organizations trying to impose certain conditions in order to give you like the better status that will make you look good, it requires from you some steps that you will do that it's not even needed here in this kind of society. Look, Qatar is a small country. The people here, family matters for us. Parents matters for us. We are in debt to our parents until the last day in their life or in our lives, whatever comes first. If someone will leave his parents alone without taking care of it, he will be publicly shamed by the society. It's not really an acceptable custom or habit in this country to have your parents staying in a senior home. The parents are the ones who took care of us when we were children until we grew up to become independent, and we have the duty to take care of them. And that's really the genuine nature of the Qatari society. So that's why you end up with something that you don't need. It's not according to your value. It's not according to your religion. But we build it anyway to get, to get the fancy branding.
It does. If you take 3 steps back, it's like they're mad at you because you don't have enough transgenders. They're mad at you because you don't put your parents in some institution. Maybe they're trying to break up your families.
Well, it can be a reason. Honestly, I don't know what is really the purpose behind this, but we see that a lot of things that are happening are attacks on humanity in general. It's when you lose the family value, when you lose the connection between the family themselves, you will lose the connection between the people as well, on a broader level, on the people in the same neighborhood, on the people in the same region, in the same countries. And that's basically will just make us, as individuals who are quote unquote independent from anyone, that's what we will feel. Yet it will just make our societies vulnerable and easy to be penetrated.
That's right.
And that's I think the main issue that we are facing and the main threat that we are facing. You have seen, Tucker, you spent now a few days in Qatar, and you came to my home, and you have seen that my home is surrounded by my family homes. And it's not, I'm not really living in an isolation from them.
You're definitely not.
The nuclear family, the bigger family, and it's like, it's all one community, one family. And basically you can apply this and magnify it to the entire country. This is not the case for Muhammad. This is the case for everyone here. People, even when they move temporarily to another neighborhood or to another place 10 minutes away from their family, they feel homesick. So we believe that this is supposed to be the case for all the countries, where Families bonds matters. Families bonds really create from your society a strong society that's not easily penetrated, and that's what creates the national unity as well, in face of external threats and everything.
So that's kind of the key, is that when you are cut off, when you're alone, you are powerless and you can be controlled.
Yeah,
You can be penetrated.
you can be penetrated. Yes, very true.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We hope you'll subscribe to it. And by the way, you can hit the little bell on there and get notifications every time we produce a video. We hope you'll do that also.